Hello, hello. Pardon me. Welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley. And in this class, as we have been doing at this particular time slot for this week here on Verbling, we're going to be looking at TOEFL reading. All right, the last few days we've been going over tips and strategies and reviewing how to attack specific question types. And in this class, we are going to practice. Yay! So put on your thinking caps and join me for some serious TOEFL reading practice. Hello, Igor. Speak and be heard. Please be heard.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
very great. That's very great.
Yeah, it is. This is my old headset, so it only works in one ear, and it cuts out once in a while. I'm terribly paranoid that it's just going to stop working. And then I'll go to the third set.
What was your little summoning technique for support specialist successful?
No, it was extremely odd, and I cannot explain it. My other headset worked perfectly for YouTube, watching videos on the news. I could hear the sounds when you guys entered the room. There's a little dink. When I start the broadcast, it goes dink, dink. I could hear all the noises in the Hangout. You know, the sounds, the clinking and tinkily of when things happen. I could use it in Skype. Earlier today or this morning, I was talking on Skype. Perfectly fine, perfectly normal, but it did not work in the Hangout. I could not hear people in the Hangout. Very
Perhaps it's
odd.
incompatible with, Google services.
Which is bizarre because I've been using it for a year and I've done 1,000, literally over 1,000 Verbling classes. So that's kind of weird. Suddenly it would be incompatible. Very odd. Can't explain it. I rebooted. I tried different browsers. I tried all kinds of. I tried everything, but nothing worked. Very strange. Anyway, here I am. I can half hear. And we're going to be doing TOEFL reading. Hello, NetAir. Without demur. It's a hard word to say. Kepi, you got your hearing sense. Well, thanks. Yeah. True. Hello, Heidi again.
Hello, nice to
Hi.
see you again.
Okay. Likewise. And hello, Alabek. Good to see you again. Hi, Alabek.
Hello, teacher.
Hi there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's get started. All right. Serious practice here. Alrighty. All right. We are going to look. I'm going to do a screen share. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the reading piece that would appear, such as it would appear in TOEFL. What we're going to do, though, we're going to try a little technique. We're going to read the first paragraph, read only the first sentence of each supporting paragraph, and read the last paragraph, and then we're going to go right to the questions to sort of save time. As I'm screen sharing, you can scan the other material as we're looking at the first sentence, because in the TOEFL reading test, time is your enemy, is your worst enemy, and you definitely should give it a quick look, and the first paragraph is the most important, and you definitely should give the reading material a quick look so you can kind of map where things are. Many questions in TOEFL direct you exactly to where you need to look to answer the questions. So you don't have to do as much searching as, for example, in an IELTS test. However, about half the questions, 2/3 of the questions, tell you exactly where to look, but about roughly 1/3 of the questions do not, and you have to search. So it's a good idea to have some idea what's going on. Also, there are occasionally questions about the reader's purpose. Why is the reader the writer's purpose? Why is the writer doing this? So getting some idea of how the writer is presenting his material is also helpful. So that's what we're going to do. Here we go. Here's the reading material. Quick hello to Selma. Welcome, Selma. Hi there. And let's get started. Okay. Nader, you were first in. Or no, Igor, you were first in. And you... Oh, Nader's texting. Okay, Igor, can you please start the first paragraph?
Okay. Although it
Yeah.
seems like the proliferation of spam, junk emails sent unsolicited to millions of people each day is a recent problem, spam has been around as long as the internet has. In fact, the first documented case of spam occurred in 1978 when a computer company sent out 400 emails via their ARPANET, the precursor to the modern internet. Now, spam emails account for more than 2/3 of all the emails sent over the internet, and for some unlucky users, spam makes up 80% of the messages they receive. And despite technological innovations such as spam filters and even new legislation designed to combat spam, the problem will not go away easily.
Okay. Good job. Thank you very much. A couple of points about pronunciation. Unsolicited. That meaning not asked for. If you give me unsolicited advice, it's advice I never asked you for. All right. And also the verb down here, a little clue, most two-syllable verbs, the stress is on the second syllable, to combat.
To combat.
Yeah, to fight. Okay. Thanks. Other than that, that was terrific. All right, now we're going to try just reading the first sentence of each paragraph to get the idea. Heidi, can you read this first sentence?
The reason spammers, the people who and businesses that spread spam are difficult to stop. Is that spam is so cost effective. It costs
Okay.
a
Okay,
spammer.
that's enough. We're just gonna. Thank you. That was great. We're kind of practicing skimming the material quickly. All right. So just the first sentence. Notice in the first sentence, keywords or what is most important in the sentence. So take an extra quarter of a second. Okay, cost effective spam. Okay. All right, that gives me an idea what that paragraph is likely about. Thank you, Heidi. Great job. Kind of hard to say businesses, even for me. Alabek, first sentence of the next paragraph.
Okay, teacher, can you do some reduce of the page? I can't see.
Okay, well, you mean, yeah, I can, but unfortunately, okay.
I mean,
I'll have to slide it around.
maybe. No, maybe 75%.
Well, it's 125 now. It was 100. This is 100.
No, 100. Yes, it's not good. 75 maybe.
75. It's gonna. Okay. It's even smaller.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Most spam filters rely on a fairly primitive fingerprinting system. In this system, a program analyzes several typical spam messages and identifies common features in them. Any
Okay.
arriving emails that
Alright.
match.
That's it. Thank you. We're just going to try to look at the first sentence and get the idea of the paragraph. Okay. A couple words here, though. Alabek, typical, and identifies, the verb identify. Okay.
Identify.
All right. I think the key here is spam filters. All right. This paragraph is probably talking about spam filters. Okay. Selma, hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Well, you are very, very low in volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
How
not.
about
Can Igor? Can you hear Selma? I mean, I can hear her, but it's like this. I can barely hear it.
Soma, say something.
Hello?
Well, I can hear her, but she's a little bit quiet.
Okay, just because my headset, issues, I didn't know it was just me. Yeah, Selma, if there's anything you can do about your volume, it's really a strain to hear you. It's very, very, very low. Or maybe you're just not talking loud enough. I don't know. Okay. Just to check, because Igor thought he heard another problem here. Alabek, also, most spam filters rely. That word is rely. They depend on. Fairly primitive system. Okay. Selma, try to fix that. Okay. Igor, first sentence, next paragraph. Is it too small?
I'm sorry, it's very small for my eye.
Very small for my eyes, too.
Yeah.
Kind of with you on that.
Okay.
I agree. Igor, are you there?
I am.
Okay, great. Can you do the first sentence of the next paragraph?
So, okay. A second possible solution takes advantage of a computer's limited learning abilities. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Now this is very important if you're scanning through a TOEFL reading and you see a second possible solution. This should set off alarm bells for you. All right. I fully expect there to be some kind of question about possible solutions, first solution, second solution. Because I'm having alarm bells, I might actually read another sentence. So-called smart filters use complex algorithms which allow them to recognize new versions of spam messages. Okay, smart filters, second solution. Okay, I'm mentally mapping here. I'm going to remember where that is. Okay, Heidi, first sentence, next paragraph, starting with another.
So, another spam swapper used a proof system. With this system, I use a must first verify that he or she is a person before the email is sent by solving a simple puzzle or answering a question.
Okay, that's good. All right, again, as I'm scanning, one thing I'm also going to be looking for is these direction markers, these transitional phrases. Okay, I definitely have noticed a second solution, another spam stopper. I am now convinced that there's probably going to be a question about different solutions to fighting spam. All right, and now the last paragraph. In some ways, the battles being fought over intrusive emails are very much an arms race. Computer engineers will continue to devise new and more sophisticated ways of blocking spam, while spammers will respond with innovations of their own. It is unfortunate that the casualties in this technological war will be the average email users. Wow, that's dramatic. Okay. Now it is time to do the questions. Here is my strategy. First of all, I see the question. I'm going to rephrase the question using what or why. Okay. The word proliferation most nearly means, okay, what does proliferation mean? Okay. Very simple. All right. Before I even look at these possible answers, multiple choice here in TOEFL, I'm not even going to look at those yet. I'm going to immediately, I know where it is. Here it is. I'm going to immediately check if I can think of a synonym which would make sense to substitute for proliferation. Alabec. All right.
Yes.
So again, looking at the first sentence, although it seems like the God, I can't say that. Proliferation of spam. Yeah, junk emails sent unsolicited to millions of people each day is a recent problem. Okay. Spam has been around a long time. Okay. Is there another word? Can you think of another word for proliferate that you could substitute?
Maybe, though it seems like the groaning of spam.
Growing? Okay.
Groaning.
Actually, sorry?
To mean to grow. Grow. It's
Grow? Okay.
grow.
Growth. It would be the noun.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Also make note that there is an article here in front of it, so it's got to be a noun. So think about it like that too. That's another helpful clue. Selma, can you think of a word? See if we can all think of a word here. Growth. Maybe you would agree. Selma, can you think of one? Air, you can write one. Spike. The spike of spam. Increase. Increase. Growth. All right. Selma's gone. Igor.
Okay. I wrote spike.
Spike. Okay.
Because I think that proliferation is like rapid to use, not just growth or something.
Okay. Heidi, can you think of it doesn't have to be one word either. You can have
Increase or
2 words or whatever. Sorry?
increase or
Increase? All right.
multiplication.
Multiplication. All right. That's good.
Teacher, maybe extension.
Okay. Maybe. All right. Let's take a look here. What are our answers here? We have A, addition.
No.
No. Spread. B, spread.
I think B or D.
Diminishment means less, so that's not it. We're all talking about increase or growth.
B or D.
And
Spread.
enlargement or spread. Now, okay, here you go. You're in the TOEFL test. Heidi, all right, I agree. We can eliminate. We use process of elimination to get rid of the answers we know are not right. So now we have two. Now we're going to go back and see if it fits in a sentence. Although it seems like the spread of spam is a recent problem. Okay, well, that pretty much makes sense. Okay, although it seems like the enlargement of spam is a recent problem. That's not so good. Alabek,
Yes.
what do you think?
I think the spread is okay.
Okay, Eileen, Nader, Alabek, and I all think it's spread. That makes more sense when we substitute it in the sentence. All right, there you go. That's the technique to figuring out. We did all the steps there, and I think the most questions on the TOEFL test are these vocabulary tests. These are the most prolific type of questions. All right, let's move on. Hello, Aileen. How are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I am.
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Yeah, Aileen, pardon me, everyone else. I want to tell Aileen that I figured out that I have a problem with my headset. So it was not you, so it's not your computer.
I had tested in another class, I have another class,
Yeah,
and the computer works well, so
yeah,
I
it was
figured it out.
me.
Yeah,
It was my
but not
problem.
worry, not worry.
My problem, I figured it out. It was something wrong with my headset. It took me like an hour to figure it out, but okay. Um,
Okay.
anyway, thank you, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's move on. Number two, in paragraph one, the author describes spam as, okay, again, my technique is to simplify the question using what or why. Obviously not a why question. What is spam? Okay, what does the author say spam is? All right, obviously, now again, my technique is to go right to, I know right where it is, paragraph one. Where does he define spam? You know what? There's five of you. Who can find it first? Looking at this first paragraph, who can find the likely area?
At the first sentence, in the first I think that's proliferation of spam, junk of mail sent unsolicited of millions, blah blah
Aha!
blah.
Junk email sent unsolicited. Wow, that was fast. Um,
No emails or something.
a recent problem that affects
No emails or something.
Sorry?
Another place.
Another place. What are you seeing?
Yeah, no emails. No emails account for more than 2/3 of our emails.
Sent over the
Spam,
internet.
spam emails.
But that doesn't say what is email.
Mm-hmm.
But in the sentence, it's not a describe what is spam. It's
Okay.
talk about the problem. I think that's
Describe spam as.
yeah. The questions asked to describe, not say
Okay.
about what.
How does the author describe spam? Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I still think. No, I actually think I'm right. I think we can rephrase this. What is spam? I mean, that's description, describe, dictionary. I think the answer's here, and I think Aileen, I think you nailed it. Junk email sent unsolicited to many people.
I think this is the answer. It's very easy.
I think it's very easy too. It's right here. Unwanted messages
Yeah.
sent to a mass audience.
Exactly.
Okay. This is what TOEFL does. Okay, especially with a hard word like a big word like unsolicited. They use synonymous language, unwanted,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of a mass audience, they say millions of people. Okay, so this is part
Yeah.
of also recognizing how TOEFL does things. This is what they do when they have a right answer. They use synonyms and or synonymous phrases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you nailed it. I think that's it. Next, in the passage, the word abysmally is closest in meaning to. All right, using the same strategy. What is abysmally? Okay. So again, my strategy is to find it, which it's highlighted, so that's pretty easy. I have found sometimes you can read the one sentence it's in, but often it helps to go back one sentence. I know you're fighting time. It takes a couple extra seconds. Usually I think it's worth it. So, the reason spammers, the people who and businesses that spread spam are difficult to stop is that spam is so cost effective. It costs a spammer roughly 1/100th of a cent to send spam, which means that a spammer can still make a profit even with an abysmally low response rate, as low as one sale per 100,000 emails sent. What what word can you think as a synonym of abysmally? Nader, you can write what you think. Igor?
I think it's extremely low. Extremely low
Ah,
response.
wow, that seems really good to me. Heidi, do you agree or have another idea?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Aileen, are you with us? Or do you have another
Yeah,
idea?
extremely, yes. I think the
Yep.
same.
All right. Alabek, you want to make it unanimous? Unanimous, meaning we all vote the same way.
Well, abysmally.
Yeah? Okay. All right. Wow, look at that. Do 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 do. We exactly guessed the answer, and it fits really well, and we're all comfortable with it. This is great when you're taking the TOEFL exam when this happens, because that is a huge time saver, and you are very, very happy when this occurs. Okay, great. We're motoring. The phrase "the program" refers to. This is a reference question. So I obviously have to go to this area. Yeah, Nader has a point. Wouldn't it be great if they let you take the TOEFL test as a group? That would be very helpful. Unfortunately, that'd be a wonderful test, actually. I wonder if you could actually get a perfect score. Okay, so this is a reference question. I actually see. All right, like as in the same way a pronoun refers to something previous. Okay, so once again, I'm not really even going to look at my answers. I'm going to see if I can figure out the answer before I see the options. Here it is. To confuse the program. All right. Let's see if we can figure out by reading. I'm going to back up to one or two sentences. And since it's near the top, I'm going to start with the first sentence. Most spam filters rely on a fairly primitive fingerprinting system. In this system, a program analyzes several typical spam messages and identifies common features in them. Sure, Nader, you can feel free to write what you think is the answer if you are feeling inspired. Any arriving emails that match these features are deleted, but the fingerprinting defense proves quite easy for spammers to defeat. To confuse the program, what is the program? Heidi? Hi, Araceli, by the way.
Hi.
Hi. Heidi, what do you think is the program? What does it refer to earlier?
Spam filters.
Spam filter? Oh, well, it's going to be something that appears up here. Okay. Araceli, what do you think?
I think it's the spam filter, the program that is trying to the fingerprinter system.
Oh, spam filters. Okay. Oh, all right. You think so?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, all right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Where is it? The program refers to spam messages. Now that seems unlikely. All right, using process of elimination, random characters and numbers. No, that definitely comes after. I noticed it's in the next sentence. So there's no way if the information comes after that can be a type of spam filter. Aha. Common features. I don't even know what that means. So it looks like you guys are right. That seems like the only logical answer. All right. Okay, let's keep going. According to paragraph 4, smart filters are superior to fingerprinting systems because smart filters, why? Okay, again, I'm going to paraphrase the question using what or why. Why are smart filters superior? All right. And especially compared to fingerprinting systems. Why are smart filters superior to fingerprinting systems? And that's in paragraph 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is, marked with an X. Okay. Basically, I'm going to look for where does it first start talking about smart filters, and here it is, introduced with the quotation marks. So-called smart filters use complex algorithms. All right. Actually, I'm just going to scan to see if I see anything about any reference to the fingerprinting, and I don't. Okay. Okay, Igor. Use complex. Where does it say something about? There's nothing. There's no specific reference to fingerprinting. Is there a reference to better?
I didn't say anything about fingerprinting.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't see anything.
I was talking about that these smart filters are able to recognize new versions of spam. That's why they're better.
This here, recognize new versions of spam.
Yes.
Okay. That definitely seems like a possibility. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, because then it goes on to talk about spammers have learned to avoid these. That's really the only feature, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. So it can recognize new versions of spam. Is this one of our answers? Are eventually able to recognize new version of spam. Yeah, I guess it is.
I think the question is that these programs are able to letter B are able to learn from their mistakes because they know when the spam programmers are trying to fool them, then they can learn from that. Say something like that.
Yes, I agree with, because they can learn
Okay. Do you think
about.
so?
Yes.
This is
All
not
right.
Yeah,
mentioned. Not mentioned as on the text. This character is not mentioned on the text.
yes,
Uh,
it's implied. If you
it's
read carefully,
implied. Da, da, da,
Yeah,
da, da, da,
that's
da,
the
Aileen.
protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aileen knows, you know all about that, right? I keep talking about that the last 3 days. It has to be in the reading passage, even though it's implied, it's logical, it makes sense. In your brain, it's 100% true. If it's not in the reading passage, it is not the right answer. Aileen is actually completely correct about that. That's a trick. TOEFL designers of this test are evil old cackling trolls who eat dog poopy for breakfast. They're horrible, horrible, horrible people, and they will try to trick and fool you. All right, that's one of their tricks. Um, Actually, the answer really is A. Uh, that's one of the problems is that when people take this test, they actually sort of overthink things. It's actually very simple. Yeah, then they gloat when you fail. You're right. You're right, Igor. Uh, Actually, because it seems so difficult, because they decorate everything with all these giant big words and flowery phrases and complicated prose. All right. Students get the idea that it's difficult, so they actually overthink their technique. And actually, the technique you should be using is exactly the opposite. You should simplify everything and look for the most simple and straightforward answers. Okay? This is just my advice. Take it or leave it. Um, Answer B goes too far. It is not stated that filters learn from their mistakes. Um, C, the passage doesn't state exactly how smart filters work, so C is not necessarily true. D is wrong because filters can be fooled by spam even if they're labeled later able to recognize it. So there you go. The answer is the most simple, straightforward one. Okay, let us continue. Big question. All righty. Which of the choices below best expresses the meaning of the highlighted sentence in the passage? Aha! Yay. This is instantly I recognize this wording. This is a paraphrase question. All right. So again, I'm not even going to look at my possible answers here. I'm just going to look for the highlighted sentence, which should be easy to find because it's highlighted. And there it is. Now, again, using my technique of absolutely simplifying to the most basic elements, how can I paraphrase this to kindergarten language? Actually, in English, we have this phrase. We use this all the time. For example, if you're talking to the doctor, and the doctor's saying, "Well, your biaphys, your synchronous biaphys has a hematoma on the left dural abdomen," and you don't know what on earth he's talking about, it would be very common to say, "Doc, can you give me that in kindergarten language, please? Because I don't know what you're talking about." Uh, yeah, it sounds like gibberish. Gibberish is the noun. Gibbering is the verb. Give it to me in plain English, Nader. Yeah, that's another way to say it. You're absolutely correct. Yes. So that's the technique. Let's try it out. And Araceli, you're absolutely correct. TOEFL works differently than CAE. They are
Oh my
different.
God, this is like, yeah,
It's
but
torture.
yes, I
Yeah.
was used to that because you never find, well, sometimes, but you never find the answer. You have to read and like take your conclusions. So for this test, it's totally different. I find they are not testing your English. They are testing something else. Like it's like a game or something.
Yes, it's all a
You
game
know.
to them. You're right. Exactly right. This is all a game to these people.
Oh my
All
God.
right. Yes. Oh my God. Yes, that's true. Okay. First thing I'm going to notice with this paraphrased sentence, I have a connective, but. So really, I'm gonna be looking obviously at two chunks of information. All right. That's the first thing I'm going to see, and now I'm going to try to simplify those two chunks. How do I do that? I'm going to look for basic sentence structure, subject, verb, object, if it has an object. Uh, okay. The smart filter functions. Smart filter functions. Okay. Looking for words and phrases that are normally used. Okay. Smart filter functions. Uh, okay. Smart filter functions by looking for words. Okay. But smart filter functions the subject and the verb, and okay, and I guess it answers how by looking for words. But, and here's another trick I already know TOEFL does this. They will give you half an answer, especially with a compound or a complex sentence. They'll give you half of it. They won't give you the other half as a possible answer, and that's going to be a trick. All right, but spammers, subject, have learned to hide words. Okay, smart filter functions by looking for words, but spammers have learned to hide them. Right, and I don't really care about how they do it by using numbers and characters. Okay, possibly that may be detail they may add. So, what most closely matches the simple idea that uh, spam filters work this way, but spammers do this? Okay. What do you think? Aileen, what do you think of number one?
Yeah, I'm finished to read.
Once spammers figured out how smart filters function, they were able to defeat them by changing the words.
Mm, I don't know. I think that's all probably later. I don't know. I need to read all the all
All of
the
the
options.
options. Yeah. As you're doing the test, okay, you may see, you may not, you're definitely going to run into this, no question. Okay, it could be. So you leave that. You don't cross it out, or you don't eliminate it completely. Um, this is a hard one. Spammers can avoid smart filters by replacing certain
Oh,
letters
okay,
in
got it.
words or phrases with other characters. Eh?
Yeah, I get it. Let it be.
That's weird. I don't get it. Certain letters and
Yeah,
words. Does it say that?
yeah. They replace it. They put in letters between. Sorry, they put numbers between the letters
By
to
using,
make the program confusing.
all right, by using numbers or
Yeah,
other characters to stand in place of letters.
yeah.
Uh, hmm. Okay. Okay, C, I think we can eliminate because it's only talking about function, and the main part of the sentence was about defeating smart filters. So that one's gone. All right, you're thinking B looks good, but I'm thinking probably we have to look at everything. Because I'm not 100% sure. If there's any doubt, even if you're 99% sure, you should check. Smart filters easily defeated. Ah, Nader, nice catch.
Yeah.
Vigilant Nader. Yes. Okay, this is, again, Araceli, here's your trap. They're implying, yeah, this isn't in there. It doesn't say how easy or difficult it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely, okay, and this is a case where I'm recognizing that that's a trap question. I recognize it. A lot of times trap questions, keep an eye in the answers. Keep an eye, excuse me, keep an eye on adverbs. They do tricky things with adverbs. They create absolutes, like by using always, never, impossible. Sometimes they use adverbs or adjectives, actually, to create absolutes. Or this isn't an absolute, but it definitely says something that's not in the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, A or B? You're going to go with A or B? Elaine, you're
The
taking
letter,
B?
yeah, letter E, it's not possible to because you know, in the this is another example that imply but it's not in the text because they were probably they were able to defeat by changing, but they don't figure out how the smart filters function. You know, they don't have they. This is not a mention in the statement. It's just stated that how this parameters works. I think the letter B is the more correct because it had all the information that have in text.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Okay. And you actually detailed that answer quite well. Your reasons, that was great. Good job. Okay. I don't really think I need to add anything. That was perfect. You explained that exactly correct, and you are correct. Wow. Good job. You're getting this down, girl. All right.
I really have to thank you. That's a kind that I'm just see now. You know, it's my past 3 weeks studying for the TOEFL, and just 2 lessons I can
Yeah.
figure out how it works. It's
Oh
great.
no. I think I lost my hearing again. Okay. Next. Uh, uh, Actually, Igor, I have an answer key. I was actually sitting here shocked because I know Aileen does not have the answer key, and it seemed like she was reading the answer key because her explanation was exactly what the answer key says. I was sort of stunned. Stunned silence was what you heard. I was actually quite impressed. Okay, I got another vocabulary word here, automated. And okay, you probably already know what automated means, but let's go through our drill. What does automated mean? This system prevents automated spam systems from sending out mass emails, since computers are often unable to pass the verification tests. What can we substitute there? Uh, very funny, Igor. Alabek, can you think of a word for automated here? Oh.
Maybe computer related. Computer related.
Well, guess what? I've lost my hearing again.
Maybe computer related.
Yeah. Great. Hang on. Let's see if I can. Hello? Somebody say something.
Hello.
Oh, great. Thank you for the hello. Yep. That's why I got rid of this headset to begin with. I forgot. Okay, Alabek, I don't know what you said, but that's a great answer.
No, I just said that maybe it's word computerized.
Computerized? Prevents computerized spam system? Okay. Nader? Oh, that's what you said. Okay. Igor, what do you think?
Let me read it. I didn't read it.
All right. This system prevents automated spam systems from sending out mass email. There's too many S's in this lesson. Automated spam system sending system.
What was the question?
How many potatoes fit in a dump truck? That was the question.
I was serious about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. We're looking at a vocabulary question. What does automated mean? And I was asking, what word could you substitute here?
Well, automated means that it's not manned, that it works on its own.
Unmanned.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Unmanned, right? Okay. All right. Very good. All right. I'm gonna go with that. I like that. Unmanned, mechanized. Ooh, okay, this one's a little tough. Computerized, we have computerized. Okay. We also have automatic. Which, by the way, shares the same root, auto. Costly seems goofy. Illegal seems even goofier. Illegal. It should be illegal, but yeah. Okay. Artheli likes B. Does anybody? You guys like A still? Nader, Arabic, or B? It's a tough one. And again,
Yeah.
the technique would be to actually substitute in and see which one makes more sense in context. Which one? Let's actually look. Computer. Let's actually try it. Where is it? This system prevents computerized spam systems from sending out mass emails. This system prevents automatic spam systems. Oh, wait a minute. This is an adjective. So describing spam systems. So they are computerized spam systems. Are they? But could I actually say an automatic spam system? That doesn't really make sense, actually. Even if you have a machine that works by itself and does something, my refrigerator automatically, okay, it's automated. It turns on and off and controls its temperature by itself, but I would not say I have an automatic refrigerator. That sounds totally weird. That's another technique. Okay, which I just thinking out loud demonstrated. Here's another thing you can do. Substitute similar situational nouns and adjectives. And is it going to make sense? And would anyone ever say that? Or does it seem crazy? Okay. And after I think about it for a minute, I think I'm with the guys on this. Nader and Alabek, actually, and I do have the answer key, and you are correct. It is computerized. Okay.
Professor, let me ask you something. Automatic is not an adjective. That's why you say.
I said it is an adjective.
It isn't. Okay.
Because I mean, it is, and automated in this. More to the point, the question, the word that they're asking about, I should know if automated. Automated could have been a verb here because automate can be a verb or an adjective. So I have to be careful. When I looked back at it the second time, I noticed that in fact it's an adjective used to describe spam systems.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they do have different meanings. They're similar. B is a very, very tricky trap answer, actually.
I got it now. I got it.
Yeah, and sometimes turning it around and looking at word forms, noun, adjective, verb, sometimes it can be helpful to think about it in that way, more or less a grammatical way. A fully automatic washing machine. An automatic washing machine. Is there such a thing as an automatic washing machine? Yeah, I don't know.
I think every
Okay,
washing
next.
machine is automatic.
Not the way my wife does it. You should. It's very funny watching Filipinos do the washing because they wash the clothes, then they put it in the washing machine, then they rinse the clothes by hand, then they put it in the little spinner to dry it off. So it's kind of pointless to even have a washing machine. I don't know why they do that. But the clothes are really clean, I'll tell you that. We're out of time. Does anybody have any last minute questions? I'll be
No.
back again tomorrow to do one more practice. And so anyway, hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow and we'll do it again and do some more reading practice. But I got to go now. I'll be back later. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping me out. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later. Thank you.